Hi,
Hello,
what's your name?
Soledad.
Hi, Soledad. So talk to me, how can I help you?
Okay, actually, it's about something that has happened to me like in the last maybe 2 months. Yeah, but in different occasions. And actually, something that I think that it's been hard for me and is that I'm like overeating, and then I feel so guilty that I need, I don't know, to maybe work out, or the last 2 weeks has been like throwing up, so that concerns me a lot, and I decided to like look for help.
Okay, so you're telling me that you're a little concerned because in the last 2 months you had some occasions where you like ate too much and then felt guilty, so you had some kind of behaviors
Yeah.
to compensate. Can you tell me more about that?
Okay, yeah. Actually, it started as I started to go into the gym a lot after I ate a lot, and then yeah, I went to the gym like 2 or 3 hours maybe, or then I bought like a machine, the one that you run. I don't know the name. I bought that and I started like all night starting to run a lot. And then actually, like as I told you, the last 2 weeks that has passed, I started to throw up because I was feeling pretty anxious, and I felt that this guilt.
Okay.
Yeah, so I drink like water to calm myself, but it's not working, so I started to throw
So
up.
you were telling me that you're doing this because you're feeling anxious?
Yes.
Okay, how do you think feeling anxious is like?
Okay, how is it like in my body sensations or everything? I mean, when I start feeling anxious, my first thought is that I have to calm myself, and I have to start to calm myself, and then I feel this body sensation like of alert, and I don't know why, but I start feeling like pretty afraid of everything. I would say afraid of or concerned maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, and but it's pretty ugly sensation, I would say, and I cannot control it. So then I start overthinking also, and my emotions are kind of like dealing with each other all the time. I'm feeling concern or with fear, everything. It's a mix of that, I would say.
And the fear you're telling me or the concern, is it because of something specific?
Um, I think that there are some triggers that happen in my life that start this
Like what?
process. Like for example, if I have an exam, I am feeling kind of naturally anxious, but I think that this in some certain point starts to like go out of my control. So I start with this anxiety that it's kind of normal, I think, but then as I told you, I feel that I have to call myself, and I have to call myself, and I can't. I think that I'm not, I can't do it. So this has been passing to overeating, and it's painful because my stomach hurts, because I eat a lot. Like I don't need to eat more, and I can't stop. Then I feel guilty, and then as I told you, I started to throw up because it's kind of like.
And in the past, how have you dealt with anxiety before?
With anxiety, I think that in the past, well, I've never been that good at handling my anxiety.
Okay,
would say.
that good.
Yeah, that good because I've always feeling this sensation, just that this late times it's more intense maybe. But for example, I used to paint. I used to paint a lot or draw or go to the park, but now I'm not doing that. So I don't have like time, or I'm pretty busy all day, so I can't do that. And I think that that was the way that I handled it before, but now I don't have those resources maybe.
And has this happened before, anytime in the past?
Yeah, I think that since like you mean this anxiety or you mean this like behaviors of or
These high levels of anxiety and the behaviors you're having now, have you had them before any time in the past?
yeah, I think that maybe when I was an adolescent
Okay.
and yeah, I was feeling anxious and I started to doing more sports because I was always kind of a athletic person, but I was
Mhm.
like digging in a lot and like the sports that I used to do like running or playing soccer, everything, but a lot.
Okay.
So that wasn't that bad at that time.
But you have different behaviors than what you're doing right now. All the eating, the excessive eating, and the guilt and the concerns. Have you felt that before?
Yes, I felt that before, and also I couldn't sleep.
Okay.
I was, yeah, I think that I stayed up all night thinking and thinking and overthinking. And then the next day, maybe I could overeat or maybe won't eat a lot, at all. That was what happened when I was more like an adolescent. But I like thought that I passed it over and.
Okay, so let me see if I'm clear. Maybe right now in this moment you are so busy and have a lot of things to do that is making you feel more anxious than normal, or is there another reason why you may be feeling like this?
Yeah, as I told you, yeah, I'm pretty busy right now, and there are another kind of circumstances that could also be involved, and maybe I would say that this late period I'm having more fights with my mom.
Okay, can you
Yeah.
tell me more about that?
Yeah. Okay, so my mom is the kind of woman that is pretty wants to control everything, and since I've left my house and start living independent, she's trying again to control everything about my life, even though I'm far away from her. But yeah, that's something that has been topic of like fighting because I don't want her to be that involved.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want her close, but I don't want her involved in everything.
So it's like you have a mixture of feelings with the relationship with your mom?
Yeah, we're pretty close, but at the same time, I want to put my limits right now, and she doesn't want that.
Okay.
So yeah, we're having that kind of fights, and this late time that I'm really redecorating my apartment, it's been like worst because she wants something and I don't want to, and has been a topic that has me every time, like with this anxiety that I told.
Okay. So you're telling me that your mom has been usually controlling you and having like this kind of authority over you by
Yeah.
knowing everything and controlling about your life.
Yes.
And now that you are living independently, you're trying to set your boundaries between you, right? How is, share with me more about the relationship with your mom. In general terms, for example, how do you get along besides these boundaries and little fights about controlling?
So we have a pretty good relationship, I would say, like beside of
Pretty
all
good?
this. Yeah, pretty good in the sense that I think that I can trust her and I can speak with her in if I don't know if I have a fight with my boyfriend or everything. I think that she's the one that I would go to. But yeah, in general terms, it's kind of good. But I don't know if I told her everything that happens to me is a reason for her to think that she can control. You know, so even though the relationship is pretty good, I think that it's kind of ambivalent, I would say, because I trust her, but at the same time, I think that she used this information to control me, and that is something that I've been noticing like the last year, maybe, that I decided to go out of home. So yeah, I think that she's also like afraid of me leaving her or going like aside or putting these boundaries, and yeah, I think that that's kind of a general description of the relationship that I have with her.
And have you talked to her before about these kind of problems that you're feeling or that you have realized or recognized?
These problems, you mean this anxiety or this
No,
control?
with your mom, the control
Okay.
issues.
I haven't told her like I think you're controlling me and
Mhm.
stuff, but I'm trying to put these limits. For example, if she told me like you should put this mirror in the bathroom, I'm like no, I want my mirror, the one that I choose. So please stop.
Mhm.
Be like choose the things that you want for your house, but this not. And she gets like offended or victimized because of my decision. So this is the kind of conversation that we're having right now. I haven't told her like your excessive control is making me anxious.
Mhm.
That's not the thing that I told her.
Have you thought maybe if you talk about this with your mom, maybe you will find some kind of middle point where both of you feel good?
No, I won't think. I don't think that because my mom is the kind of woman that likes to control. She won't be like satisfied with get getting to this middle point when I get
Mhm.
something too, because she wants everything. So I've been trying to say her like, don't be that involved in this stuff, but I think that she won't want that or like that. Yeah.
Okay, and another thing I wanted to know was how is your stress regarding other things?
Or regarding other things like work and stuff. Okay. Um, well, actually, I think that in some level of stress, I could be pretty effective in doing things. But when I think that things are getting out of my control, is when I start to feel like I'm a mess.
A
And
mess?
yeah, mess. I mean, I can control a lot of situations when I'm in work, when I'm with my personal life, my friends, my relationships. I can do that, but when I feel that I can't, uh, it's like everything gets disorganized, and
So you feel frustrated, maybe?
yes, frustrated. I would say,
Okay.
and that triggers again the anxiety. But are some like there's a level I think I could handle this stress, but when it goes up, I don't know what to do.
Okay, and right now, I see that you're pretty relaxed when you're talking and everything. So, talk to me more about your level of anxiety right now.
Okay, my level of anxiety right now is kind of low because I think that um, I'm searching for help. So
Okay.
that
Mhm.
gives me some kind of solution. I think.
Like a relief?
Yeah, relief or a hope for getting this process like better because I know that it's affecting me.
Okay.
So that's why I feel relaxed. And I know that maybe after sessions would be more anxiety, but right now I'm feeling kind of relaxed. I would say.
Okay, thank you for sharing all this with
Thank
me.
you.